What's up, YouTube? It's Brandon from TheTeamOlympus. Sorry if I sound strange today, I'm kind of sick. But today, I'm going to be showing you my updated Granblue deck profile. So, as you can see, my starting Vanguard is, and probably always will be, Captain Nightkid. He is the best, in my opinion, because you get to check the top 10, and you select one of them, put them in the drop zone, and then shuffle the rest back in. Uh, Unlike Guiding Zombie, if you just mill straight up 3, you can mill 3 heal triggers or 3 cards that you need later on in the game, or early in the game, whichever. And then Skeleton Troop Assailant is kind of a waste in my opinion also, because you check the top 5 for grade 3, but there is a like a 50-50 chance possibly of you not getting a grade 3. I'm not good at math, so don't hate. But yeah, so this is the best Granblue starter in my opinion. So that's my starter. Next, we got 4 Dr. Rogue. She is 5k and 10 shield, and she heals a point of damage. So she good. Next, something that I don't see most Granblue players use is 4 hook wielding zombie, the draw trigger, the only draw trigger for Granblue that's out right now and probably will be out. But he's 5k and 5 shield, and he lets you draw a card if you don't know. Next we have the obvious 4 Rough Seas Banshee. You soul charge her, and you can draw a card. And she's 4k and a 10 shield. And she's a critical trigger. She's good. And lastly, for the triggers, we have 4 Night Spirit, a 5k, 10 shield, critical trigger. So that's 8 crits, 4 draws, and 4 heals total. For grade 1s, we got 2 Evil Shades, because I only run 2 Ruined Shade, and they do the same thing. You build 2 when he boosts, and he gets plus 4k, so he's a 10k booster. So, and he's 6 without building, and he's 5k shield. So, 2 of him. 2 Deadly Nightmare. He's just like Samurai Spirit, except you Soul Blast 2. I thought it was Soul Blast 1, but it's Soul Blast 2. You Soul Blast 2 and retire Granblue rear guard to Goblin from the drop zone. He's 7k and he's 5k shield, and he's grade 1 and he's rare. And I only run 2 of it. My own personal opinion, I'm only running 2 Gush Gen. This deck has pretty much all 10k shields except for the 5k draws, so I mean you pretty much only need to run 2 0 shields, because you have to discard another card from your hand with this to perfect guard. But that's my own opinion. He's a 6k if you have to ride him because your hand sucks or something. And yeah. Next we have 4 Samurai Spirit. He's just like Deadly Nightmare, except you counterblast 1 instead of Soul Blaster 2. And he's 7k, 5k shield too. So he's pretty much just like Deadly Nightmare, except you counterblast 1. And lastly, for the grade 1s, the obvious 4 8k beaters. That guy Romario. He's a 5k shield too. And he looks cool. For grade 2s, I'm testing 1 Bracky. I would be testing 2 Bracky, but I only have 1. So if I get another Bracky, I'll be running 2, and I'll tell you what I'm taking out for it. But if you don't know what he does, he is a Spike Brothers card, but he doesn't have to have Spike Brothers to use his ability. You Soul Blast 1, and he goes up to 14k. He's 9k on his own. He's a 5k interceptor, and if you choose to use his ability, which is the Soul Blast, he goes back to the deck at the end of the battle. So, if I get another one, definitely be running 2 of this guy. Next, I have 2 3-star chefs. If you don't know what he does, when his attack hits the Vanguard, you can unflip 1 damage. And you can use that ability when he is Rearguard or Vanguard. And he's 9k and 5k shield. So, I may run 4 of him, but I doubt it. Next, 2 Ruin Shades. Probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. She's 9k and 5k shield. You build 2 and she only gains 2. Is unlike Evil Shade who gains 4. But she's 9k, so I mean it kind of plays off. But yeah, she's probably my favorite card.
If you
because she's shiny.
If you play the Ride Chain Cockatoo build, then that would help out a lot.
There's not a Ride Chain for Cockatoo, dude. Oh wait, yeah, there is. What am I saying?
Yeah,
anyways,
you just don't run
it. anyways. 3 Commodore Blue Bloods. For the second bracky, I would probably take out 1 Blue Blood because he's just a 10k and he's a 5k shield. So I would only run 2 Blue Bloods and 2 brackies, but I don't have another bracky, so right now I run 3 Blue Bloods. He looks cool though, so if you don't have brackies, Blue Blood's always an option. And lastly, for the grade 2s, 4. I forgot his first part, but I know his last name is Night Mist. Captain Night Mist. Wow, I'm slow. 4 Captain Night Mist. He's 8k, and he's a 5k shield. And when he's on Vanguard and you have another one in the drop zone, he's 11k. And also, you can counterblast 1, retire one of your grade 1 or greater Granblue rear guards, and call him the rear guard. So, he's a good card in my opinion. For the grade 3s, I'm running it like a mixed build, so you'll see why it's like this. 1, Deathseeker Thanatos, or Thanatos, however you want to say it. He is mainly for the rear guard. He is a 10k beater, has no shield because he's grade 3. If you don't know his ability, when his attack hits the Vanguard, you can counterblast 1, retire himself, and call a Granblue from your drop zone to the rear guard circle in his place. So you have to force retire him with a counterblast. So 1 of him. Next, I run 3 Basskirks. If you don't know his ability, then you probably don't know Granblue. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, you soul charge 1 during the main phase, and he gains 2k, so he's 12k on his own if you feel like soul charging. And then you Mega Blast, which is Counter Blast at 5, Soul Blast at 8, to call 5, count them, 5 Granblue from your drop zone to separate rear guard circles.
You don't have to call 5.
You don't have to call 5, exactly. You call up to 5.
Yeah.
Not bad. But there's 3 of him. He's pretty much my plan A for the deck. Well, no, scratch that. He's a plan B. Sorry, he's plan B. Because if I have 5 damage and it's all unflipped, and I feel like going for game, I'll ride the Basskirk and soul charge, and if I have 8 in the soul, then pretty much call up to 5 Granblue from the drop zone and attack for butt time. Last but not least, 3 Ice Prison Necromancers. He is the plan A. He's a limit breaker, which means he gains 5k. And when he's placed on Vanguard, you can counterblast 2 to choose 1 Granblue from your drop zone and call it to rear guard. And it does not have to be separate rear guard circles. So, unlike Basskirk, you can call it to boost him. So, yeah. Is there anything else about this guy? Nope, he's triple rare though. But yeah.
Does he get a boost from the limit break?
Yeah, he gets 5k.
Oh. Let me use that.
Also, I was testing Monster Frank over the Thanatos, and he's a heavy counterblast, and you normally get your grade 3s. So, I mean, honestly, to say, I probably wouldn't recommend this, but it's your playing style. But I was testing this, and uh, it didn't really work well because if you're gonna counterblast 3 to ride this guy from your drop zone, and then you top deck a Necromancer, you probably can't use his ability to call for the drop zone because you have to be at 5 damage, which would screw the pooch, and
Which would what?
screw the pooch, and uh, if you're at 5 damage, you've probably pretty much lost the game anyways. If you have this as your vanguard, because I mean he's just 10k. Uh, I mean I'm not hating on anybody that likes this card or anything. It's just I personally don't like it. But yeah, that's the deck. So like the video, subscribe, and comment your suggestions.